Hi, I'm Troy Bailey, and welcome to the Comic Book Movie Collector's Guide, the show about collecting all things superhero cinema. And today, we're looking at the Death of Superman. Let's get into it. The Death of Superman is an animated direct-to-video superhero film with a runtime of 81 minutes. The film premiered on the 20th of July 2018 at San Diego Comic-Con and was later released on DVD, Blu-ray and 4K on the 7th of August 2018 and later on digital distribution platforms on the 24th of July 2018. The film was also released in a limited theatrical release alongside Reign of Superman on the 30th of January 2019 and later re-released on home video, edited together with its sequel on the 1st of October 2019 as The Death and Return of Superman. It was directed by Sam Liu and James Tucker and was written by Peter Tomasi, with the film being produced by Warner Bros. Animation and DC Entertainment and distributed by Warner Bros. Home Entertainment. The film is the 32nd installment in the DC animated original movies and the 10th film in the DC animated movie universe. The film is based on the 1992-93 DC comic book storyline of the same name, which had previously been adapted in the 2007 film Superman Doomsday. The story itself is an adaptation and has been updated with the current DCU timeline and tells of the epic battle between Superman and Doomsday and resulting in the title of the film, The Death of Superman. Okay, for the disc and case, the case here I've got the Blu-ray version here. As you can see, it's got a nice picture there, which is a homage to the Death of Superman comic book. It's really nice, just done slightly different to the way they did it, which I like. Looks good, very dystopian. Just shows the destruction, I suppose. And on the spine there, I think you can see we've got Doomsday on the bottom there, which looks good. And on the back there is a nice painting picture there of Superman and Doomsday. That looks awesome there, with nothing much else really on the back there. Just that. And as far as the disc, it's just a shot of the front cover, just there. Not bad. It would have been nice if it was in colour, but you know, you can get what you can get. Overall, not too bad at all. Looks pretty good. And of course there are a few different versions there, as you've probably seen there as a flicking by. So for this, I would probably give this about an 8 out of 10. The script and story. Now this wasn't a straight up adaptation of the comic book, but let's face it, it's probably about as close as I think we'll get. In this version, the whole first act is just all about gaining this sense of like how much Superman means to Metropolis and the relationships with the people close to him. This is how they do a really good job of story building right to the end of the movie, so that when he does die, you're invested. You really feel that impact of loss. And Peter Tomasi's script was so well written, and it really manages to keep a great pace throughout the film without rushing or missing anything, and it just hits those plot points. It manages to bring a real heart to the story that primarily was just a giant slugfest between two aliens in downtown Metropolis. The script was great, and I don't think I could give it anything other than 29 out of 30. From page to screen. As I said, this is not a straight up adaptation of the comic book, but it's what you would call more of a reboot, or probably more of an update really, as the story is the same, but some of the players are different. And so, for example, the characters are all in their new 52 DC Universe costumes, and as for the Justice League, it's made up of all the current roster in the comic books at the moment, and none of like the 90s crew that were in the comic books back in the day, which I kind of have mixed feelings about, because I get a little nostalgic for the original comic books I read, you know, back in the day, and I have fond memories of it, and I would really like to have seen some of those characters like up on the screen. But I understand it makes more sense to have the current lineup of Justice League with the story, like an updated version. But okay, let's set my nostalgia aside. They do a great job of bringing the story to life on screen with the animation, except for Doomsday. Like, he just seemed a bit off. He was okay, but I kind of felt they could do a bit better, actually. But when it comes to the voice actors, they absolutely killed it. Jerry O'Connell as Superman, Rebecca Romijn as Lois Lane, Rosario Dawson as Wonder Woman, and of course Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern, just to name probably the heavy hitters. But the one letdown for me was probably Rainn Wilson as Lex Luthor. Now, he wasn't terrible. He tried to get the essence of the character, but it just fell short for me. The only thing I would have to probably gripe about is that. But overall, I think they did a stellar job, and I could only give it 17 out of 20. Okay, special features. Now, they do have a few special features on here, which is good, and those special features are the Death of Superman, the Brawl That Topped Them All featurette. It was a great 16-minute insight into kind of what went down when they made the original comics and what they did, with the film itself, which had some great stuff, very interesting. It was a really good watch. They also have a sneak peek at the follow-up movie, The Reign of Supermen, and they also have 2 bonus episodes of the Legion of Superheroes, Dark Victories Part 1 and 2. Overall, a couple of features, some good ones, especially that featurette. But yeah, overall, I would probably give the special features a 7 out of 10. Okie dokie, the critics' review. Now, the critics' score came in at 92% and the audience score came in at 85%. Now, this is an awesome score across the board from the critics at 92%, which shows you don't have to be a comic book fan to kind of get behind this story. It's just a great score from the fans as well. I thought it might be a little higher, but these day and age, you can't make everyone happy. So even with that, if you round it all up, that'll give you a score of 9 out of 10. Okay, my review. Now, for me, I just love this movie. It hit all the right points, and it was just an enjoyable watch all the way through. Now, as I said, I read the comics back in the day, and this has been the best adaptation so far of it. We did have Superman and Doomsday, but it was a little rushed with way too much story for one film. And of course, we also had Batman vs Superman, which crammed 2 great stories together into the one film. Now, even though I know the story well, it still gets you at the end. It does, and that's what it does best. It really understands the true story and what it's really all about. And it's not about Superman versus Doomsday. It's more about what the world would be like without Superman. I have to admit, I got all the feels and I got all the nostalgia, and that's why I give it a 19 out of 20. Okay, my final thoughts. So first up was collectability, and of course if we look at the scale, I would put this at more than novice collector and up. Probably a little too much violence for the kids, but a definite addition to any library for any level of collector. And of course, as far as availability is concerned, this one's pretty common, so it's not hard to find at any of your usual retail outlets, and there's more than enough on eBay to find the version you're probably looking for. And as far as your average price goes, you're looking at anywhere from about $10 to $20 for DVD, $15 to $30 for Blu-ray, and $25 to $50 for 4K. Now, for the final score, as we tally it all up, we get a grand total of 89 out of 100. An awesome score for a very well done movie. And as I said before, a must-have for any comic book fan's collection. And it's an absolute must-see. So go check it out now. Go on, go see it. Go. I'm going.
Thanks, Jimmy. I really have to get going. Leaguers, is anyone available?
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. And of course, if you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification buttons, as that really helps the channel out. I really do appreciate it. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed the movie and if you've picked up a copy for your collection. Now, you can contact me email at thecomicbookmoviecollector@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on the socials at Comic Book Movie Collector on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links will be down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.